In news that we are breaking to you, PAK provocations continue along the border. Pakistan targets civilian areas. 3 civilians have been injured in Arnia sector. 1 civilian has been killed in Ramgarh area of Samba. My colleague Pradeep Datta has more on this development. Yes, Pradeep, over to you. This is rather alarming when we see civilians being targeted, civilian areas being targeted. The latest, of course, we are also talking about the Ajar village in Bandipur, where it's again a civilian area that has been targeted. But very, very serious that we see this happening now.
Really, very serious and shocking thing that Pakistan Army as well as Pakistani Rangers for the last few days, they are targeting civilian areas also. They are aiming to match the firepower and military might of Indian troops. They have started targeting innocent civilians. They are violating all international norms, because no regular army will ever try to target unarmed civilians. But here in this case, we have seen that they are not even sparing women and children. Today morning at about 6:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time, they opened mouths of their guns in Ramgarh sector. They've started with the small arms. Later on, they graduated to heavy mortar shelling. And later on, the fighting also spread to the Arnia area. At about 7:30, the first shell exploded in Arnia area in Pindi village, where 3 civilians, including 2 women, sustained fatal injuries and they were evacuated to hospital. Short while back, another shell exploded in a Jeda village in Aramgarh sector. 19-year-old girl, she sustained fatal injury on her head and died on spot. So this clearly indicates that Pakistan is deliberately trying to target civilian areas, trying to inflict casualty. If you look at the figures during the last few days, more than 46 civilians have sustained fatal injuries because of Pakistan shelling, and more than 5 people have died so far, including 6-year-old minor a few days back in Parwal area of Akhnoor sector. And so the casualty figure of the civilians, especially the women and children, is rising. This shows a kind of level of desperation from Pakistan's side. Right now, the fighting is also continuing in Nowshera area along line of control also. Therefore, we are also getting input that the civilian areas are being targeted. And they are not using the small arm, or we can say flat trajectory weapon like the heavy machine gun. They are firing heavy mortar shells like 82 mm as well as 120 mm mortar shells are being fired from across the border.
Right.
That clearly indicates that this is not an accidental shelling, but this is an intentional thing from Pakistan's side, trying to target civilian areas. Right now, Indian troops are giving them a befitting reply, both at the line of control as well as along the international border. BSF is also using weaponry.
Yes, earlier there were injuries in Rajouri and Poonch districts as well along the line of control, and 1 woman was killed. So women and children being targeted, that is the most shameful picture that we see at the moment. Pradeep, many thanks for joining us. We have Lieutenant Colonel Manish Mehta, the spokesperson of Defence Ministry, speaking to us. Let's listen in.
Yesterday, there was unprovoked ceasefire violation in Balakot sector, where one of our brave soldiers was martyred. And today, since 5:30 in the morning, they are carrying out unprovoked ceasefire violation in Nowshera sector. And presently, it is intimated being carried out by them. And they have used 120 mm mortars, that is heavy mortars, targeting our forward posts.
And yesterday they even targeted our civilian areas, and in which some civilians were injured. What is the status today?
Yesterday they had targeted civilian areas. Today, presently, I don't have those details as to what areas they have targeted in the civil area. However, they have targeted our forward areas, and we have also responded appropriately, and we are going to hit them where it hits them the maximum.
What kind of ammunition are they using, and what kind of reply is Indian Army giving?
As I told you, they are using 120 mm mortars, that is heavy mortars, and we are also responding in equal measure.
Any injury or casualty from our side, or any damage to property on our side?
No, we don't have any casualty as we speak. There are no details presently available with me, and we are hitting them hard.
And is it going on right now?
Yes, intermittent fire is presently going on, and
reply has been given?
Yes, adequate response has been given to them.